Hello, funding subcommittee. Today is Tuesday, May 26th. I am going to spend a couple minutes discussing the restaurant bailout campaign, as well as this subcommittee, its goals, and where we are. So I've spoken to most of you offline. I believe that you've been at least on one of our restaurant bailout overall committee meetings, just to kind of get you caught up to speed. We have moved from our ongoing weekly commitment of a Monday meeting to include a 30-minute 30-minute funding or a 30-minute meeting for our subcommittees, of which we have our funding subcommittee, we have our marketing subcommittee, we have our product subcommittee, and as recently or just this past weekend, we added on an agricultural component. We've got four committees that have broken out and have agreed to meet through June 10th. And so, what that means for you guys, for everyone who's watching this video, is that this is the team that is responsible for helping to guide our fundraising strategy and figure out some of the different opportunities and avenues that are available to the overall community to then support some of the goals that we've established, right? So we've already done the hard work of creating our 30-year mission. We reverse engineered that to a 10-year mission, right? And so now we're looking to create a little bit more tangible goals around our 18-month mark, our 1-year mark, and most importantly, within the next 90 days. So on June 10th, we have agreed as collaborators to release our a point of view in the form of a report, a website, a downloadable something, which has consolidated some of the information that we've been able to gather so far, right? So we've come together as a result of around this concept of a restaurant bailout, this community-focused campaign, around fixing America's food infrastructure system in a post-COVID world, right? Leveraging restaurants and foodies in order to get it done, right? So a very community-driven campaign that we're looking to raise awareness around. And so, as this idea has begun to form, we've agreed that, in addition to, our June 10th deadline, we've established another 90-day goal, a September 10th deadline of a prototype, which is a prototype or an MVP of a potential product or solution that we've been able to uncover as a result of the results of our recommendation, right? The recommendation that we've been able to put together. So the two most important dates that you guys want to walk away with are on June 10th. We want to put out a point of view or report that we're going to release and support with a social media campaign in order to raise awareness around some different ways that the foodies and restaurants can come together in order to repair America's food infrastructure system. And then on September 10th, we are then going to have a potential product or solution, right, that is a continuation of whatever that June 10th recommendation was. So this particular committee is tasked with helping to figure out some different opportunities to generate revenue, right, or to at least get this product funded, right? So I wanted to, I've been having a little bit of a challenge getting everyone on the phone at the same time. It seems, we've had some stragglers, we've had some people that, just I didn't properly communicate to. So the goal is that through June 10th, at least, we are meeting as a subcommittee. So the funding subcommittee, I've chosen Tuesdays at 6 p.m., but if that time doesn't work, but the idea is we have an additional 2 meetings through June 10th to help guide whatever our funding strategy is going to be for this product. And so, I'm just going to really rely on you guys to help fill in some gaps in terms of what it is that we need to do. So that being said, what we worked on last week, our teams have begun to form, right? So we've got our product team. Our product team has met about 3 times, right? And so we have moved into the research phase of things, right? So that means just getting understanding of the different user groups that we want to work with, the different customer segments, how COVID is affecting things and people. And then, the idea is that these guys, or the product team, is then going to help put together both the point of view on June 10th and then the actual event experience product, whatever, on September 10th, right? Our marketing committee has begun to form. So Nita Womack has agreed to chair our marketing committee. She has been doing some great work with Africa Week, so I'm looking to connect with her this week. But she and Mark Patterson and Sir Bailey and a couple other members have agreed to help keep us accountable on the marketing side. We also brought on a potential 2 new team members this past week, so more on that to come. In terms of funding, I've begun the process of outlining a couple different business models. So, what we're really doing is we're really open sourcing a product development process and then building a business around that, right? Through this social media campaign. And so as we're starting to, go through this research process, I've just been going through this exercise of, plugging in, some of the different customer groups and revenue opportunities and product models, et cetera, and do different business model ideas, right? So my hope is to get some feedback on that. In terms of, so we had some momentum in terms of taxes. We're looking to get compliant. So I filed my personal taxes I submitted my personal taxes to an accountant for 2019. The next step then is filing business taxes so that we can take advantage of PPP loans to, hopefully get some funding into this project, right? From at least that standpoint. And then again, we just have committed to continuing to recruit additional committee members each week. So, if you're interested in watching one of the our most recent video, you can meet 2 of our additional committee members. I can send you a link to that. In terms of what we're working on this week, again, so we've submitted our taxes to the accountant. So it's just staying on top of them in order to make sure that they get filed. Because then again, we're beginning the process of gathering paperwork and outlining how we want to file business taxes for 2019. Another opportunity that came up today as a result of a bank meeting that I had is getting a potential disaster relief loan. So any assistance that the funding committee is able to offer would be very much appreciated. And then, lastly, I want to work on memorandums of understanding. My goal is to have a board formed as a result of, this exercise, the work that we've been doing. And so if that's the case, I want to get guidance on, potential like equity, the potential equity process, hiring team members, onboarding, paying consulting fees, et cetera, right? In terms of where we're blocked or stuck, Andrew, I'd appreciate it if you could ping Shane for me. I would love to have like a coaching or, somebody to chat with about potential business models and, how to create business models or business plans for this new economy. I need some help in terms of like formation agreements. That would be super helpful. And I'm also working on my exit strategy this week. In terms of team members, I need a virtual assistant. I need someone to help handle content. And I also need someone to handle hiring. And obviously getting all of these things financed, or at least, volunteers in position until we can get financing. And then the last really big piece, the thing that we're putting out there is land. Land is a really big thing that we want. We're looking at a couple different locations. But if you guys have any leads on some potential land that we can take advantage of as a result of this project, please let me know. That's all that I have for now, guys. That was our funding subcommittee. I will touch base with each of you one-on-one in order to bother you about all of this stuff because I appreciate your minds. Hope you're doing well and talk to you soon. Take care.